Hello and welcome to this No Feet Yoga Flow. This is a class that is designed for anyone who's got a foot or lower body injury because we won't be putting any pressure on the feet at all. This is the third in the series, so if you do have an injury and you're thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to sustain myself? There are a couple other classes in this series to keep you busy. For this class, you will need a towel or a blanket, something soft like that, just to cushion your knees so that they're protected. And when you're ready, I'll meet you in a comfortable seat. Okay then, so you can have your blanket out to the side. You won't need it for now, but it's good just to have it within arm's reach. And then when you're ready, come and lie down on the back. And as you lie down, lift your legs all the way up. And then I want you to focus on tilting the pelvis slightly so that the low back is pressing into the mat and your low back is supported here. And then keeping that engagement between the low back and the mat throughout this sequence. Interlace your fingers behind the back of the head. And then point your elbows up as you lift your head and your chest. Start to activate your abdominals like you're drawing your belly button down towards the mat. Hold for an inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly lower the right leg down towards the mat, hovering it. Then inhale, lift the leg back up. Exhale, lower the left leg down, super slow with control. Hover above the mat. Inhale, lift it back up. And exhale, you switch. Keep it slow. There's no need to rush. Keep your abdominals active. Keep the breath fluid. Just slowly switching the legs as we fire up your core. A few more times. Okay, last two. Lower the left and the right. Good. Lift both legs back up. Then reach your arms forwards now, so slightly different. Continue to lift your head, lift your chest. Bend your right knee and straighten the left leg, lower the left leg down. Keep lifting the chest in towards the right knee. And slowly lower the head, lower the chest down. Take a moment to relax. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, and then crunch in. Lift your chest into your knee. Hold, and then release, lower the head, lower the chest. Switch legs, bend the right, straighten left. Lift the head, lift the chest. See if you can bring your nose towards your knee. And then lower down, let's switch. Lifting as high as you can. And lower down, switch. Lift. And lower. Couple more like this, lifting high and lower. Take a mini break before you switch. Okay, last one now. Good. Bend both knees in towards your chest. Then cactus your arms. You can relax your arms and your shoulders. Keep the knees together and then just let the knees fall across the body to the left. Finding a controlled twist, so really slow it down. And lifting the knees back up through center, going over to the right. Controlled twist. Really putting the brakes on as you come into the twist. Keep it going, slow twist to the left and the right. And start to slow down the breath here. So we're just finding a few moments of active rest. The next time your knees go to the left, let them fall all the way down and gaze over your right shoulder, finding a supine spinal twist. And you can keep the feet hovering off the mat, or if it feels okay, you could always just lower them down, depending on your injury. Take a few more steady breaths here. Let yourself soften into the twist. Good. Slowly lift the knees back up. And then let the knees fall to your right. Let them come all the way down. You can keep the feet lifted or lower them. And then gaze over the left shoulder as you find your twist. Without forcing anything, just let your body ease in. Good. Lift the knees all the way back up. And I want you to relax your arms by your side. Keep your big toes either touching or just next to one another. Open the knees out wide. From here, reach the arms forward, lift the head, lift the chest. Keep the head and chest lifted as you start to extend the legs out into a straddle. Then bend the knees and close the knees towards one another. Open the knees wide, keep the big toes close together. Then extend the legs, find straddle. Bend the knees and close the legs. A few more, open, extend, bend, and close. Open, extend, bend, and close. Keep it going. Keep the head and chest lifting as high as you can. Don't rush it. Take your time. A few more times. Okay, last two. And the next time you open the legs into a straddle, relax your head, relax your shoulders, and flex your feet. Just let gravity do the work here. You could rest your hands on your belly or maybe on the inner thighs. Slightly press down on the thighs if you'd like to add a little bit more intensity to the stretch. And then just slowing down the breath here. Take a few moments of active rest. Good. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, and bring the hands to the back of the head. Point your elbows up, and then point your toes. Start to cross the legs. Bring the right leg in front of the left, like closing the scissors. Then open the legs, open your scissors, and cross, bringing left over right. Open out, bring right over left. Open out, left over right. Keep it going. Keep the head and chest lifting as high as you can. Elbows reaching up to the sky. See if you can pick up the pace with the legs a little bit. Two more. Good. And open the legs back out wide. Let your head, neck, and shoulders relax. Few more steady breaths here. Good. Bend your knees and bring your legs together. Then bring the hands to the backs of the knees. Start to rock forwards and backwards. Rocking and rolling all the way up into a seated position. And you want to keep the feet hovering as best you can off the mat as you come up into a seat. Then keep the shins parallel, level with the mat. Place your hands behind you on tented fingers. Start to extend your legs and then lean back. Draw your belly in really tight. Bend the knees, bring chest to thighs. Exhale, extend, lean back. Stay strong. Inhale, come in. Exhale, slowly extend, low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high. Keep it going. Match your breath with the movement. Three more. And three, nice. Sit over onto one side so you can keep the feet lifted. And then I just want you to swing the legs around. Come up onto your knees. Find a tabletop position with the feet lifted. And then now is a good time to find your blanket or your soft item. Just bring it across the mat. And then bring the knees onto your soft surface. The knees are nice and supported. And throughout this sequence, you can keep the feet lifted depending on your injury, or you can lower them down, whatever feels best for you. I'm going to keep them lifted for an added challenge, and I invite you to too. So plant your hands, spread your fingers wide, and we'll start with an inhale, dropping the belly, arching the spine. Exhale, push the floor away, round the back. Inhale, arch, open your chest. Exhale, round, push the floor away. Continue to cycle through this with each breath. Two more breaths in and out. Good, then finding a neutral spine here. Shift forwards and your shoulders past your wrists and try to keep your tummy engaged, so navel drawing into spine. From here, bend the elbows, slowly lower yourself down to the belly. Bring the forearms to the mat for Sphinx pose. You could straighten the legs if you wanted to, just hovering the feet, or you can keep them bent. Draw your chest forwards on an inhale. Relax your shoulders down the back as you exhale. Take a few more breaths here. And then bring the hands back under your shoulders. Push up into your tabletop. Then start to push back as if you're coming back into a child's pose. You can keep the feet hovering. Keep the hips away from the heels for now. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Hold for an inhale and an exhale. And then rounding the back, roll all the way up through your tabletop. Send the shoulders past the wrists. Bend the elbows lower down to the belly. This time, keep the hands next to the rib cage. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra pose. Roll your shoulders back, pull your chest forwards. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the chest down, push back up to tabletop, and keep pushing back into your hovering child's pose. Hold for a breath in and out. Inhale, round the spine, ripple forwards. Shoulders come past wrists as you bend the elbows, lower down to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, lower the chest. Press all the way back through to your hovering child's pose. Hold for an inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, come up. Ripple forwards, lower down to your belly. Inhale through to your cobra. Exhale, lower the chest, press back up into your tabletop this time. Find a neutral spine. Then shifting the weight onto your left side, straighten the right leg, then stack right hip over left. And you can lower the left foot down slightly just to help with the balance. Then when you found your stability, reach the right arm up. Keep the right leg lifted. Keep pushing away from the mat. Focus the gaze on one spot to help with the balance. One more breath here. Then lower the right leg slightly. Keep the foot hovering off the mat and reach your right arm overhead. Find a side body stretch. Try to lift the right side rib cage up. Maybe let your head tilt towards the left shoulder. Hold for 2 more breaths. Nice and steady, even inhales and exhales. Good, then lower the right hand, face forwards, lower the right knee. Second side, shift your weight to the right, straighten the left leg back. And start by stacking left hip over right. Lower the right foot down slightly for balance. And when you feel steady, reach the left arm up. Take it slow as you find your stability here. Keep the leg lifted, push away from the mat and hold it here. Good. Keep the breath steady. 2 more breaths here. Now, lower the left leg down. Keep the foot hovering. Reach the left arm overhead. Lift the left side of the rib cage. Find that deep stretch down the whole left side. Even inhales and exhales. Good. To come out, lower the left hand, lower the left knee, face forwards. Nice. Then shift forwards, lower down to your belly. And bring the forearms to the mat. Find Sphinx pose. Then keeping the forearms as they are, bring the right knee up the side of your mat so the knee is level with the hip. You can keep the foot raised off the mat if you like, or you could lower it down. Focus on drawing the chest forwards as you inhale. Roll the shoulders back as you exhale. And if you'd like to go further here, keep the hands planted, lift the elbows just a little bit. Sink the hips down, pull the chest forwards. Good. Slowly lower the chest, lower the elbows, and then bring the right knee back in. Bring the left knee out to the side, line the knee up with your hip, and find a comfortable place for the foot. This time, if you're going further, maybe you lift the elbows. If you'd like to go further still, walk the hands in. Keep sending the hips down, pull the chest forwards. Good. Lower the chest. Bring the left knee back onto the mat. Now reach your left arm out to the side. Extend the arm. Lower the head onto your left side and roll the body onto the left. You can keep the feet raised for now, or maybe they're just softly planted on the mat. Keep the big toes together or relatively close, and then lift the knees apart. So you're creating a clam shape with the legs. If you feel quite stable here, you can bring the right arm around the back for a bind. Then start to soften the eyes closed. Let yourself settle in. Good. Slowly roll back onto your belly. And this time, reach the right arm out to the side. Turn the head to the right and roll onto the right side of the body. And keeping the big toes together, open the knees wide, find a clam shape with the legs. And if you feel steady, bring the left arm around the back. Find a bind. Soften the eyes closed and begin to slow down the breath. Nice. Roll back onto your belly. Bring the hands under your shoulders. Press up into your tabletop. And then keeping the hips on top of your knees, reach the arms forwards. Come up onto tented fingers. Push the floor away for an inhale. And as you exhale, start to arch your spine, let your belly drop down and start to let your chest sink down. See if you can tap the nose on the mat. And then lift up, inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, let the chest get heavy as you sink down. Tap the nose or maybe the chin. Then lifting back up, inhale. A few more. Exhale, you sink slow and controlled. Inhale, you lift back up. 2 more. Exhale, slowly down. Inhale, lifting up. Last time. Exhale, you come down and hold this time. Maybe you soften the hands, let the forearms rest on the mat. And either rest your nose, forehead, or chin on the mat, whichever feels best for the neck. Good. Inhale, lift your chest all the way back up. Bring the hands under the shoulders. And then sit over on one side. Swing your legs around. And scoot yourself away from your blanket or towel. You can move that out to the side for now. And then using your hands, support yourself as you come and lie all the way back. Bend your knees and hug the knees into the chest. Take a gentle rock side to side, massage the back. Let's start to open the knees wide, finding a modified happy baby. You could stay here with the hands on the knees, or maybe you start to lift the feet up and maybe hold on to your shins. Anywhere that's not the ankles, if it's not okay for you to hold on to them. And start to rock side to side in your happy baby. Let your shoulders and your upper body relax. Start to slow down the breath. Good. Then bending the knees, bring them in together. Then straighten both legs up, flex your feet. Let your right leg start to go down towards the mat and keep it hovering. And then open your left leg out to the side. Keep your right hand on your right hip, and you want to make sure that the right side glutes are not lifting off the mat. Just let the movement come from the left leg externally rotating, moving out to the side. And if you want, you can let the right leg lower all the way down, depending on your injury. Start to deepen the breath. Good. And slowly lift the leg back up, bend the knee. Then bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee across the body. And draw the left knee across the body to the right side, coming into a supine spinal twist. Gaze over your left shoulder, reach the left arm out to the side. We'll settle in here. Few steady breaths. Okay, untwist, come back through center. And extend both legs up to begin. Let your left leg go down towards the mat, and you can either hover the foot completely or maybe you let the leg relax down. And open the right leg out to the side. Keep your left hand on your left hip, making sure that that side is not lifting. And just holding the legs here. Let the rest of the body relax as the legs do the work. Good, and lifting the right leg back up, bend the knee. Bring the left hand to the outside of the knee. And draw right leg across the body to the left side. Reach your right arm out to the right side and gaze over the right shoulder, settling in here. Slowly untwist. And extend the right leg down to the mat. Relax both arms by your side and settle in for a few moments rest in Savasana. Start to deepen your breath. Bring awareness back to your space. And reaching the arms overhead, take a full inhale as you stretch from fingers to toes. And then a complete exhale, hug the knees into the chest, bring the body into a ball. And roll onto one side, keeping the eyes closed for now. And make your way back up to a comfortable seat when you're ready. And just rest the hands on your thighs or in your lap wherever is comfortable. Relax the shoulders down the back. And flicker the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me for this No Feet Yoga Flow. I hope that you enjoyed it. I would love to hear your feedback, so please leave a comment so I know how it's gone for you, how it compared to the other classes, what you liked, what you didn't like, because I'm really enjoying making this series, so I would be happy to make more if you have any suggestions or any feedback whatsoever. And as always, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the channel so I can reach more people. I'll see you again next time. Take care.